Satchwell here again, still working on those last minute gifts. The last time I was at the dollar store, they had these. And I thought, I remember a wooden box. This box has been by my saw since the last time someone passed away. And I'm not sure whose grandmother or grandfather it was, but it's Homewood processed cheese. 5 pounds from Chicago. And I thought, I think those jars will fit in there, and they do. They're a little bit low, but I can put a false bottom in here. Now I have a decision to make. Do I want to do anything to this box or just leave it like it is? And right now, I'm going to leave it like it is. I am going to take out this little nail that's right here. But these jars are rather simple and plain. I do have some canning jars, but I think I'm going to step it up a notch and paint these with some chalk paint. And I'm actually going to mix up my own chalk paint. My son-in-law Brandon gave me this little container of calcium carbonate when I made their bed, because they wanted that to be chalk paint. And it's basically chalk. That's what it is. And I'm going to combine that with this antique white that I got at Lowe's. There's probably a formula for this, but we don't need no stinking formula. We'll just put a little bit in there. Whoops. And mix it up. So in case I run out, remember those proportions. Tablespoon and 2 spills into there. So these jars are impeccably clean, I'm sure. We used to do a lot of canning when the kids were young. A lot of green beans. I should say my wife did a lot of canning when the kids were young. I did the gardening, but she did all the harvesting. She really worked hard when those kids were young. We had 6 kids and usually several foster kids at the same time. I tried a mason jar. I'd really rather use a whole quart, but it was too big for the box. That box is another one of those things, when I brought it home, somebody probably thought I was crazy. But I love it. Probably find one at a flea market. I have no idea what it's worth. I see no purpose in painting the bottom of these. I'm going to leave these black for right now. So until this paint dries, this project is almost finished. I had plenty of paint. I need to save this. Well, I let these dry about an hour and decided to give them another coat. So they've been drying for about a total of 3 hours now. So I'm going to distress these. I've got a little 180 grit sandpaper. I'm not sure what grit I should use. And I have a foam pad here. It's almost like a sanding block. I'm just going to need to get off there. I'm going to give this a little test run just to see what it looks like. Not bad. What I ended up doing with the box is just washing it. And it's got some oil stain on it, but I really like this box. Now, if I was one of those fancy crafts people on YouTube, I would probably have some finishing wax for chalk paint, but I don't. I have Johnson's paste wax. And it looks like it's doing a really adequate job. Sanding this was a lot more trouble than I thought. Maybe one coat was enough. This brings out the antique color a little bit better. I like it. Get a piece piece of old t-shirt here. Buff it out. Found a piece of scrap. I only had to cut about a ½ inch off of it for that to fit. This is one of those deals where I can also, or we can also use, whoever ends up getting this could also use this in the summertime with some flowers. Let's give that a look-see. I don't know, do you think it needs to be higher? Let's try that. I'm certainly not going to cut the box, but here's another 3/4 inch piece of wood. I don't know, I'm going to have to let the ladies be the judge. I think if I had some holly in there, it would work well too. I'm certainly not the decorator. I'm sure Laura, who was once a florist, or the other girls, maybe one of the granddaughters, could certainly do a better job. But for $3, not bad. Thanks for watching.